Yes, we're back. We're back again in Flight Sim World, somewhere we haven't been for a very, very long time. But I fancied getting back up in the air. And we're going to carry on from where we left off last time in Euro Truck. Yeah. So if you watch that Euro Truck video I put out, this is going to carry on from there. Grab that guidebook to Flight Sim World then, and let's go. So hi there, Steve here, and welcome back to Flight Sim World. Yes, we're going to carry on from where we were in Euro Truck, which is here, Wick, up in Scotland. And we're going to fly, or attempt to fly at least, to Kirkwall. And we're going to take the Diamond Star. I do like this little aircraft. And we're going to start cold and dark. What could possibly go wrong? If you're new to my videos, welcome. Flight may make a return to the channel. I really wanted to get back into it. I'd love to do something in a Twin Otter. I'd love to do something in an X-Plane, but I do really like the simplicity of Flight Sim World. But we will see. There's also a multiplayer aspect to this game that I've never ever tried. So that could be fun as well. But fancied a little tiny flight, and so far it's about my 4th attempt at doing it. First time I couldn't get the plane started. Second time I didn't have any audio, which I still don't know if I've got working actually. Third time I took off and crashed. This is the 4th attempt. So here we are in a little tiny Diamond Star, and all cold and dark. So have a look at it from the outside, and we'll take a cheeky little screenshot like that. And then we will jump back inside, and then I've got this Flight Sim controller as well as HOTAS Warthog joysticks and throttle that I never use, so I can now turn on the avionics. So battery, hear that, avionics master on, fuel pump on. Now I've got to try and remember where that track IR freaking out. Mixture is that one. Will it start? Yes, it will. Right. So how do I turn on that other Garmin? There's obviously a button there somewhere, isn't there? Cockpit, engine controls. That's fine. 4V, don't want that. Glass. Aha. Okay. So how is this one turned on? There we go. So there's our line we've got to follow then. Is over here. So as long as we follow that, we should be okay. Yeah, I've got this other controller set up. This doesn't seem to be working. But okay. Go back to pilot view. We'll then put the auto air traffic control on.
Ground, Diamond, November 5-2 Zulu, Mike, ready to taxi, touch and go.
Diamond, November 5-2 Zulu, Mike, taxi to and hold short of runway 31 using taxiway. Contact tower on 119.7 when ready.
Okay, nice taxi clearance.
Hold short, runway 31 via taxiway, down to Zulu, Mike.
So,
Tower, down, November 5-2 Zulu, Mike, ready at runway 31, touch and go.
Done. November 5-2 Zulu, Mike, cleared for takeoff, runway 31, touch and go. Left traffic approved.
well, we don't actually want to touch and go though. Put panel lights on, put beacons on. So we should be ready to rock and roll. Acknowledge that.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 31. Down to Zulu Mike.
And let's boogie on out of here. So we can see we've got to do an about turn when we take off. We can actually get this thing in the air. Which we can. Which is more than I managed to do last time. See if we can trim it down. There we go. Right, so we've got to do an about turn. So we'll cancel landing intentions.
Down to Zulu Mike. Cancel landing intention.
Diamond to Zulu Mike. Your cancellation is received.
Oh my good God. Okay, well I turned the autopilot off. That was a thing. Right. So we want to look at the nearest airport list now. We want Kirkwall. And request full stop landing.
Tower. Down November 5 to Zulu Mike. 31 miles south to land.
Diamond, November 5 to Zulu Mike. Tower. Enter right base. Runway Niner. Altimeter 2991. Diamond 2 Zulu Mike. Cleared to land. Runway Niner.
Okay, so we'll acknowledge that.
Cleared to land. Runway 9er. Down to Zulu Mike.
So from the outside we have got a slight turn going on. So yeah, really miss playing this game. Although I'm not very good at flight sims, obviously. Look at that, you know, turn the autopilot on and the crash. But I just like the simplicity of this game being a flight sim. It's just so nice. Because all I've got to do is follow that red line, or purple line, whatever colour line it is, and that should get me to our destination. But I'm having to go pretty hard left stick all the time to try and maintain. Kick a bit of. I don't want to kick any rudder in. But yeah, look at that for scenery. It's so good. And this aircraft's really nice as well. This is one of the free ones you get with the game. And it's really nice to fly. Certainly would love to do a longer journey in this game, but they're all pretty small aircraft at the moment that come as standard. I don't know if they will eventually get themselves up to some proper full-size aircraft. Those little flight sim control panels I've got, they both work. One doesn't work fully with this aircraft, although the pitch, the trim seem to work. Flaps up and down don't work, and the auto throttle isn't working either. So that's something I need to get configured. But the one I've got on my right hand side, if you've seen pictures of my setup, has got the engine start, all the avionics controls and the landing gear up and down. Oh, wrong way. And that's really smart. I do like that. Put a little bit of rudder in, just try and point myself in roughly the right direction as to where I'm going. So yeah, leaving Wick, where we ended up in the last ETS2 trucking video, and thought I'd jump back in to do a bit of flight, and thought we'd leave Wick. And do a little bit of a fly and attempt to land at a runway the other side. Attempt being the correct word. So yeah, I'm really enjoying getting back in and doing a variety of games. We've had some trucking, we've even had a bit of console gaming over the last few days, and I've been banging out the content. Mainly because I've had some time off work and had a really relaxing time away with some awesome people. And yeah, really enjoying getting back in and creating some content again. They're not saying that Flight's going to make a regular appearance on the channel. I have got this idea of bringing a plane home in X-Plane from its factory back to the UK, and would love to do that. But yeah, I really need the time to be able to get used to X-Plane. This is just simple. You jump in and go. It looks really nice, I think, as a flight sim. We'll request the airport direction.
Tower, November 5 to Zulu. Mike is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Diamond 2 Zulu Mike. Airport is 11 o'clock. 2 miles.
Okay, so we are on course. Whether we'll land at the right runway or the right end of the runway, time will tell. We have got a bit of a tilt going on in that direction now. Well, I like this aircraft because it does fly relatively straight and true.
Tower, Piper, Lima, November, Juliet, X-ray, Charlie, at runway 9, ready for takeoff, departure to the east.
Piper, Lima, November, Juliet, X-ray, Charlie, hold short, runway 9. Traffic is Diamond, on base.
Well, I'm 22 miles away, so why is he not
Hold short,
taking off?
Runway 9, Piper, Juliet, X-ray, Charlie.
Not like I'm going to be there in the next 2 minutes. He could have quite easily have taken off, couldn't he? So we've left the top of Scotland, heading out over the sea. There's Scotland behind us. So following this line here is our flight plan, basically. A little tiny faint line, which is why I like this aircraft, because you can actually just quite simply just follow that line and you end up where you're going. Flying at a nice steady 120-ish knots. So we're in cloud now. So we need to be careful not to panic, because we can't still see. A little bit of a turn. There we go. See land again. Land ahoy. Should be about 15 miles away now, I reckon.
Tower, November 5 to Zulu. Mike is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Diamond 2 Zulu Mike. Airport is 11 o'clock. 15 miles.
Not bad. We are slowly climbing. 4,600 feet. So we'll need to come back down, obviously, because that's where we land on the ground at some point soon. I do really like the whole concept of doing flight. I like to do it in short journeys like this. So I purchased a Twin Otter for X-Plane, but never really worked out how to fly it. Because I want something with a good autopilot that's easy and a good GPS. Whereas I like this sort of flying because you take off, you follow that line and you land. And this thing's really, really well detailed. It's really smart. Slight kick then. We should soon be seeing that airport appear somewhere up here at the top of this map. Which also handily in this gives us the runway direction, so I know which way I've got to come in at. Okay, I'm still climbing up to 5,000 feet. Pitch. Yeah, it isn't working. I thought it was. So we'll have to come back down, obviously. Slightly off course now. Kick it round. I think we'll start heading back down. See something down there. Hold the nose down slightly. Take a gradual descent. We could be over there. Carefully not to overspeed though. So I'll back off the throttle as we come down. Right, so there's our runway now appearing on here. Starting to get the shakes a bit there in the cabin. So we'll back off again. We're down at 3,600 feet. We'll request that direction again.
Tower, Den, November 52 Zulu. Mike is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Diamond 2 Zulu Mike. Airport is 12 o'clock, 6 miles.
Okay, so 6 miles away at 12 o'clock, so I reckon it's here. Could be there. It's there, isn't it? So we're going to have to come out and around. Without going over speed. Do like the way you get that shake. So it's going to be over there. There it is. So it's making sure now we don't. Ooh. Okay, we're coming down a bit too low now, I think. There it is over there. Definitely coming in a bit low, to say the least. There's probably people watching that would never get on a bus with me. Getting in a plane with me? completely different. And we're going to take a slightly strange angle coming in as well. Could have just taken that runway there, couldn't we? Ooh. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, apparently. Don't like those trees at the end of the runway. We are landing on the wrong runway as well. Which actually now looks quite short. Yeah, he's got an X. So we shouldn't be landing on this runway. Or what was a runway, I should imagine.
Diamond 2 Zulu Mike. Contact ground on 118.3.
Off the end of the runway. Into the trees. Wow.
Diamond 2 Zulu Mike. Please acknowledge.
Yeah, I was sort of tempting not to crash.
3 down to Zulu Mike. Ground down November 5 to Zulu Mike. Taxi to parking.
Diamond November 5 to Zulu Mike. Taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Echo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Echo down to Zulu.
Yeah, so the
Mike.
moral of that is don't land on a runway or X runway that you weren't supposed to land on. So we'll get ourselves off of here and attempt to stop this thing. Well, we didn't crash. We would have done in reality, obviously. Now I've got to cross the active runway, which we'll do slightly rapidly. And then we'll come down here. Give everyone a chance to get out and probably hug the ground. Okay, I think that's parked. So let's-
Departure. Piper Lima November Juliet X-ray Charlie. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Piper Lima November Juliet X-ray Charlie. Departure. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Cleared through Bravo airspace. Piper Juliet X-ray Charlie.
And there we go. Well, we made it in sort of one piece, possibly. Yeah, I actually sort of enjoyed that. As you can see, I need a lot of practice with flight sims, but we will come back and do some more at some point in the future. If, of course, you want to see more, let me know. Leave a comment. I'm sure there'll be some comments on how bad that landing was and why I took the wrong one way and why I couldn't do anything. But yeah, any help and advice is appreciated. Don't forget to check out the Discord channel that we've got as a community. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And if you have been until the next time, thank you very, very much for watching.